Hey, for our churches, this is a pretty important day, and it begins a very important time. It's Ash Wednesday. We begin a season called Lent. Now, again, you might have all kinds of different experiences when it comes to this time of the year. Maybe it's about not eating meat on Friday. Maybe it's that you get to eat fish on Friday. Maybe you're going to give up something. Maybe you're going to take something on. Maybe you're not going to do any of that. But what it is, it's a time for us to look at our hearts. In fact, our church, the church I serve, is going to be going through a series over the next couple of weeks, leading up to Easter, calling it "The Heart Matters," because our hearts do matter, and quite often it's the thing we neglect, and maybe we're neglecting it right along with our body. And we're just kind of doing life, and we're just trying to get through every day. But God's saying, look, I want you to take care of yourself. I want you to take care of your heart and your soul and your mind, as well as your body. I want you to get enough sleep. I want you to eat the right things. I want you to get some exercise, right? I want you to be physically as healthy as you can be. But even more important is your heart and your soul. That matters. And today is just a reminder of that, a reminder of who we are, a reminder of what's at stake. Now, Genesis 3, we're going to look at verse 19, and that gets really to the heart of the matter, right? The heart of the issue. Adam and Eve put in the garden just a perfect place, perfect peace, perfect relationship with God. The serpent comes in and deceives them. Did God really say, was the big question. It just sort of destroyed everything, totally destroyed our relationship with God, destroyed our relationships really with each other. And God, again, at that moment, in that garden, He gives us a promise. But He also lets us know reality. And this is what He says to Adam. He says, by the sweat of your face you shall eat bread. In other words, life is going to be difficult. You're not just going to go up to a tree in a beautiful paradise, a garden, and just, not worry about any of that. Although, and I want to just remind us, like, Adam was there to tend that garden. So it wasn't like he was just kicking back in a lounge chair all the time. He had work, but before the fall, the work was good. It meant something. It was awesome. It was a labor of love, always. It was just amazing. But then sin comes in, and now it's death. Now it's thorns. Now it's weeds and horrible things that choke the life out of the plants and out of us. He says, and you're going to have that until you return to the ground. For out of it you were taken, and for you are dust, and to dust you shall return. It's why we call it Ash Wednesday, right? It's a reminder that you are dust, and to dust you shall return. That's why people have I'm making the sign of the cross, right? People put it on their foreheads, they put it on the back of their hands. It's ashes, it's soot, it's dirty, it feels like death. And it's a reminder that that's what I deserve without Jesus. Right? That's what God should give me for all my issues and all the things that I do. Because I'm guilty of those things. We are. We know that. Lent's a reminder of that. Ash Wednesday kicks it all off with a reminder that you're dust. Without Jesus, you're dust, and to dust you shall return. The good news is, and I can't leave you without the good news, it's that even though that's true, that you're dust and to dust you shall return, Jesus fulfilled that promise of God to send a Savior, to save us from that fate, from being nothing but dust. See, because we will be transformed. We talked about that, and look at yesterday's follow-through and Monday and Tuesdays of this week. Jesus is coming back, and He's going to transform our dust to life, to glorious bodies that are like the body of Jesus when He rose from the dead. That's our hope. Amazing. Out of the dust of your life, out of the dust of your experience, He gives us life and hope because of His dying and rising. So we're going to talk about that over the next couple of weeks as we get ready for Easter, celebrate the resurrection, man. Life eternal. How cool is that? So we'll talk to you next time as we get this Lenten thing rolling. See you then.